you say?
A new world order.
New world order.
A new world order.
The new world order.
A new world order.
A new world order.
The new world order.
New world order. That order and progress can only come when individuals surrender their rights to an all-powerful sovereign.
When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order.
Yo, what is up? It's your boy Drew. Team No Sleep in the building. I see you, Soul Reed, Pretty, Moody Bug, and of course, EBT. A longtime rider, comrade EBT in the house. Tonight, man, I want to go over this right here. Kind of seeing it popping up in my feed. Calling it the House of Reprehensibles. You have some real crazy, kooky cats in this House of Representatives. This is the Democrat version, man. If I get through this tonight, if it's on point, like I hope it will be, I might do a whole nother second sequel to this, the lunatic Republican side of this. But, yeah, just check out the cover for a second. Let's go over this thumbnail. I'm going to add this thumbnail to the archives here. You got Jasmine Crockett there. You got this other weird De Laguna, whatever her name. I can't even remember what her name is. The crazy one with the glasses. Maxine Waters. And of course, agent of chaos herself, AOC. Davy Crockett's favorite. Rest in peace to Davy Crockett. Glad y'all are here tonight. And as soon as we're done here tonight, I'm going to dump everybody out here into this. Let's see if I can pull this up here. Does it not pull this up? It doesn't. How do I do that? There we go. I'm going to dump you into this stream. If you're watching it later, it's going to be on my backup channel, Get Chalked Up, streaming with young Mr. EBT. We're going to do another episode of Outlining Our Enslavement Conspiracy Buffet. All right, let's go. What happened here? I just want to show you, since we're talking about the House real quick. Tonight I'm going to go over the House. This is the breakdown of the House right now. The House of Representatives. I should have got the link for that. I'm just a bill sitting on Capitol Hill. But the Republicans have just the narrowest of leads. They also have the Congress for Trump to get his stuff just rubber stamped through. So tonight, let's see if I can blast through this. And yeah, Moody Bug, I ain't seen you around. She says, what happened to Davy Crockett? He was young, wasn't he? Yeah, it was the one that his actual mother contacted me and said he passed away due to drug overdose, and they waited a long time. I think the family and everyone online and all of us, we thought it was probably maybe fentanyl related, since that was going so hard. And it ended up, it was just a combination of different drugs. I don't have the email right now. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was, he was doing his thing, man. He was probably preparing a stream, just passed right at his desk. So rest in peace to Davy Crockett. We'll honor his death again this year with another episode of Crockett de Mayo. So I know you guys will be here for that. But I just wanted to show this real quick. How the Republican holds a very narrow lead. But some of these motherfuckers are kooks, bro. Okay, and then what led me to this stream, and I'm kind of going somewhere where I'm building all these streams up in a certain order. We'll get to that eventually, someday. I was out with my wife, and we saw a bumper sticker at Publix, because we're in Florida. The bumper sticker said, "In a world full of Marjorie Taylor Greens, be a Jasmine Crockett." And we both looked at each other like, who the fuck is Jasmine Crockett? We never heard of her. Well, recently, within the last few days, she's kind of went viral on Twitter, and it came through my feed, and I was like, oh, okay. This lady's getting a push now. That push is a wrestling term where they put the media. When in wrestling, it's the promoter puts the machine behind the wrestler, and they're gonna put this guy out, get this guy wins, and put his vignettes out and let him do interviews and let him beat stronger and stronger characters and get more exposure. So right now, it seems to me the machine is getting behind Jasmine Crockett. And look at your boy, man. Look at your boy. I am a real boy streamer tonight. I got links. I got everything. I'm not messing around tonight. I'm gonna try to blast through this, and then we're gonna get to backup channel with EB. This was the video. This was the video that went viral with this Jasmine Crockett. Now she's a black woman from Texas, last name Crockett, and she opposes President Trump. Just like Davy Crockett. We were speaking of Davy Crockett, and now I'm talking about Davy Crockett. He was from Texas, and he opposed Andrew Jackson. And there's a lot of similarities between Trump and Andrew Jackson. So what you have here with Jasmine Crockett is you have the Netflix version of Davy Crockett, the modern day Netflix version of Davy Crockett. Remember the Alamo. But this goes here with what Tim Osman of the Infinite Plane Society, I like to use his term, he calls the Metascript. There's a Metascript that encompasses all this media that goes viral and everything like that. So you just saw Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl. People like a lot of regular people probably never heard of him. These people who listen to country or whatever, probably aren't even interested in rap. They've never heard of him, and just now they're familiar at least with the name. They saw him there, and now she's piggybacking this and riding that and doing this video. So let's just play it real quick. It's crazy, bro.
It's a cultural divide. I'ma get it on the floor.
You really about to do it?
40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music.
You really about to do it?
Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence.
They get on it like that.
Hey, I'm tripping.
Gotta pause it. I don't know if it's gonna shut me down for just playing the music. We gotta give some commentary. Ass Man Gold, I'm coming for you, Ass Man Gold. I want that Ass Man Gold money. How tender is the Ass Man Gold's pink butthole that the Jew gives him that many views? It must be a sweet, sweet honey bun down there. This is somebody representing the American people. Like, the decorum and everything's all out the window. And by the time you're done watching this, you wouldn't be surprised when this bitch threw her legs up on the wall and started throwing her ass upside down on the wall like some real ratchet hood rat mama. And this leads into the next stream I'm going to get into, which I'm calling the Age of Aquarius, where they're definitely building up this in the Metascript. They're building up this resentfulness towards blacks from white people, trying to stoke them racial flames, or as it's affectionately called, Negro fatigue.
And I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like fuck. Must that on a beat, bro, deep boat, any rap, he a freak though, man down, call like ambulance, tell him breathe, let them boys.
Call them ambulance, bro.
Across they walk around like tees. What's up with these?
Oh no.
So it's somewhat rather innocent and everything, right? And it's just real. I would say out of character for someone that this person's part of your government. They're supposed to be, in your mind at least, they're supposed to be out here doing things and representing you. And what are they doing? They're filming like little ratchet TikToks and everything like that. Pretty crazy. There was all kinds of like reaction videos roasting this and everything. Even black people roasting it. This is the type of shit that I'm not black, but I would assume black people hate this shit. Like, black people are just trying to go to work and live their lives, and then they have people like this getting a lot of exposure for doing, like, acting out like in a certain way. Oh man, there's just so much shit I have up. This is her again here. And so remember, I said my first exposure to her was when I saw the bumper sticker. It said, "In a world full of Marjorie Taylor Greene." So it seems like almost all these people I have up, at least for tonight, they all seem to have some kind of beef with Marjorie Taylor Greene. She must be like the ultimate enemy to these like extreme progressive mindset boss babes, the women and shit.
It is not a criminal violation to enter the country illegally. It's not a criminal. It's a crime. It's not a crime, which is why they're so frustrated, because they really want.
It's not crime to do something illegally, she said. Idiocracy, Skate and Destroy says, absolutely, bro. Like it's like beyond idiocracy at this point. Even this shit's wild, bro.
Our local law enforcement to go out and round up people when they could be looking out for the murderers and the sexual abusers as well as the robbers. They want them to go and round people up on civil.
This chick has her own damn picture on her wall as like a motivational cat poster or something, on her own face on her own wall. It's crazy, bro.
Accusations. And so that it is not a criminal violation to enter the country illegally. It's not a criminal. It's a crime. It's not a crime, which is.
It's not a crime to do something illegally. How many of y'all got messed up by that daylight savings time? I was messed up, man. We missed church because we started getting ready, but we were an hour behind. Like we weren't looking at our phones. My whole day's been messed up. So right now it's 1:50. It's almost 2 in the morning, but to my body, you know, it's almost 1 in the morning. Messing me up, man.
Stood up to Elon Musk this week.
She said which Democrat stood up to him. They all have Elon derangement syndrome. And that was what I covered last week too, the Elon derangement. I forgot to talk about the thumbnail. What I did is because I plugged in my headphones and it messed up and it totally messed me up. So the Elon derangement syndrome cover is him. It's him with like a Milwaukee gun leaf blower blowing gas into a certain place. I don't know if we can say it on YouTube, but you can figure it out just by looking at the thumbnail. But Elon derangement syndrome is real bad right now, and it's these people, their constituents, and they're breeding this kind of rebellious woman attitude. And I do believe it's all leading up to some type of eventual payoff, whether these people get sent to maybe like an institution or something. I don't think it'll go as far as like gallows or guillotines or anything like that, but Trump's already talked about bringing back mental institutions or something. I mean, there's going to be some payoff for these people just being this deranged. Peaceful protest is one thing, and that's where they're still at now, but it seems like it's escalating, and they're going to take it even further, and they're going to have to do something about it, I feel like. Sorry.
Who was that Democrat? I think it was Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett.
We're going to go with Jasmine Crockett.
Okay, I'm gonna say Hakeem Jeffries.
Hilarious. I don't even know what this is from. Is this? I'm assuming it's not Saturday Night Live, some internet skit or something.
Who was it?
Here's the answer.
If you could speak directly to Elon Musk, what would you say?
Fuck off.
So based, bro. She told Elon, fuck off. That shit is based. That's what I'm saying, though. It's just leading to the idiocracy and the completely, like, disrespectful, no decorum. Pure emotionalism, just like idiocracy.
We showed him.
Trump speech sparks Jasmine Crockett's meltdown.
Listen, he up there, he's spewing all kinds of nonsense and bullshit. Let me just be real. And we weren't gonna sit for that shit. We wouldn't, you know. We showed.
This chick went to like a prestigious college, and she's out here acting like she's some ghetto hood rat hoochie mama. She wants you to think she's like she's straight from the hood off EBT or something.
And if he had
Rich, I appreciate the $5. He says he appreciates the late night streams. Yeah, we real late tonight, but we going, man. I'm a couple streams behind, man, where I want to get to, but worked out good for this one because more and more stuff keeps coming out on these people. They're fucking nuts, man.
Had some sense, then maybe we would have been about that life. But y'all know he ain't got no sense.
These are actually sitting members of Congress. So just remember, folks, you can do anything and be anything you want to be, as you can clearly see. Because we live in a clown world. Because if we didn't live in a clown world, these people would
Clown world, fact. That's all you can say. And shout out to Sinclair gas station.
be in Congress. But it says a lot about the people that voted to get them into office instead of the people that are in the office. Or
I have this sped up. I always have it sped up. I don't even realize. Oh, this guy's just talking fast.
does it just say a lot of... These people make my head hurt.
So please give some love. This took a little bit of coordinating to do for sure. We got some cool shirts. We got trouble, necessary. We got
good trouble, necessary trouble. These are rebellious women. There's no rebellious women in heaven. Just remember that, ladies.
Madam Williams, who just happens to have the honorary seat. We've got my sis, Andrea Salinas, and she kept it real simple. Resist. No kings live here, okay? Nope. And mine is
unbought and unbossed. That's Jasmine.
Unbought? What did it say?
Y'all
I didn't even see what it said.
That's Jasmine Crockett.
Right.
Can't even read it. She reminds me of Tiffany Henyard. Did you guys ever follow that Tiffany Henyard thing? Maybe we'll get into that later on the OOE after party. Tiffany Henyard is nuts too.
Jasmine Crockett.
Right. Y'all.
Crazy. I can keep this time since I have all my links saved. I can just keep my little tabs clean here, man. Oh, which one I clicked last? Go to this one next. Yeah, again, here she is.
That doesn't know that while we may not have the numbers just yet, that doesn't mean that we don't have fight left in our bodies. And so I am going to fight him every step of the way until we get what we deserve, because it was my ancestors that built this motherfucker. Okay, I'm done now. I'm done. Oh,
you just got to add like the curse words in there and everything. My ancestors built this motherfucker. We was Merkins. Crazy. This old ass dude with like box braids or some shit. This is crazy, bro. That's all I gotta do is ask man gold money. I just gotta say, yo, this is crazy. This is what? Yo, she said that? Yo, this is crazy. She's a member of Congress. How could she talk like this? Check, Jew. I'm the new ass man gold. Why is there no voice here? Hold on, what's going on?
They encourage me to be who I am because I really am doing and experiencing things that so many other Black women are experiencing, but unfortunately, their stories aren't highlighted. And I also took this as an opportunity to, again, flex on MAGA and let them know that I will always be smarter than you. You can call me a DEI hire all you want to and lodge all the other insults that they continuously
Damn, James Harden got old.
lodge against me, but she is no match for me when it comes to intellect. She just decided, oh, you know what? I've got privilege, so I'm just going to say whatever I want to say and then lean back. And that's exactly what she did. And she knew that she would face no consequences, or at least she thought she would face no consequences. I refuse to be somebody's doormat, and anybody suggesting that I should, I need you to look in the mirror and maybe check yourself. They encourage.
They all have this, like, these people I'm gonna show you tonight. They all have Marjorie Taylor Greene derangement syndrome. This is gonna be the next thing after Musk. It seems like it's just going through these people. They all seem to like take shots at her or something like that, or seem to be obsessed with her for some reason. And they have like a very public feud, her and Marjorie Taylor Greene. There's all kinds of shit about it.
Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here.
I could go even deeper into it, but I probably I want to keep the stream moving. Like, just keep going. I think there's plenty of these I could go way deeper into.
Do you know what we're here for?
You know we're here about
just
AG.
I
don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about. I guess
I think your fake
eyelashes
eyelashes are messing up.
No,
what you're
ain't
reading.
nothing.
Hold on. Order.
I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Green's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
That's AOC screeching. Davies girl, AOC.
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down. Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play.
This is a total shit show. This is like other countries have to be watching this and just like laughing at us. Like women. Who thought it was a good idea to allow women in politics? Of course, it's going to devolve into this. Of course.
Girl, I don't think
we are going to move, and we're going to take your words down.
I second that motion.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's a
I'm trying to find clarification on what qualifies.
Chairman, motion to strike those
I had no idea
words.
what you just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just
You just voted to do
Y'all did it
it.
first, so you don't
just
talk about
voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look at calm down.
No, because this is what y'all do. So I'm trying to get
Ms.
clarification.
Crockett, you're not recognized. Ms. Crockett.
I can't hear you with your yelling.
You don't want
calm
me to
down.
Be,
Can you please calm down?
Don't tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all talk
Please calm
noise,
down.
and then you
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
Because if I
Look,
come,
Chairman,
Y'all talking that noise. Shit. I came up in this bitch. I smelled loud as fuck when I walked up in this bitch. This my motherfucking house.
Can we
and talk about her, y'all gonna have a problem.
Mr. Chairman.
All right, Chair,
okay.
Order. Chair now recognizes.
Fucking crazy shit, bro. They're turning it more into a soap opera, WWE soap opera. They're bringing more drama, more extreme characters, further right and further to the left. David Polk threw down 10, said it's going to be a great year for streaming. I agree, brother. You know, I'm coming for that Tartarian Truth Intro of the Year award and Thumbnail of the Year award. I don't think I streamed enough last year to qualify. Just like in the NBA, you gotta play 65 games to qualify. I don't think I had enough streams, but next year, man, Tartarian Truth and Dr. Longo Dongo are gonna give me the award for Intro of the Year and Thumbnail of the Year. Now I do see other people out there making more and more better intros. I'm not taking credit for that. I don't know if they're coming for me, but I'm gonna keep varying mine up every little bit, add little new clips here and there. Intro and outro. Is there an outro of the year? We'll see. But that's Jasmine Crockett, Netflix Davy Crockett, modern day political opponent of Donald Trump. I think there will be some payoff there where she gets branded as a victim of like political lawfare. We'll see. If not, it's just another step in the direction of an even greater shit show. The next one we had. So I saw the Jasmine Crockett was in my feed. So when I go on Twitter or X, it seems like there's one kind of thing in my feed for that day. And that's how they say, you're the media now. Well, are you really? Unless you're really going and breaking a story and being an investigative journalist and doing something, which 99.9% of these people, including me, are not. You're just kind of, you have to react to these main stories that are trending for the day. Like 2-3 days ago, it was on my feed at least, it was Bush and Putin, how they had a good relationship, and then it went through how all the other presidents had a good relationship with Putin up until Biden. And that was like the tweets or whatever, the videos I was seeing. So if you had went and made those tweets and brought them into a video, you would have gotten views on YouTube or wherever you post this, Instagram, X, because it's like a prefabricated reality almost. They give you the talking points, they give you the script, the videos, and everything. It's all handed out. If you want to make that money as the creator, you got to follow and chase these trending stories. So I think it was the day after I saw Jasmine Crockett, maybe the day before I saw this one, then the next day. Hold on, this shit is insane, bro.
Yo, this is the Ranking Rizzler on appropriations, serving Connecticut's 3rd District. It's time to enter your dark academia Congress era. All right, besties, House appropriation is the money moves in Congress. We are not chasing the bag, we are the bag.
Bro, this is Matt McKinley bad on purpose. There's no way someone would record this and let her record this or whatever.
Democrats are making life smoother through government funding. It's giving, skibbity. So Sigma, main character energy. But Republicans' Project 2025 is mad sus. Eliminating the Department of Education? Negative aura points. Basically, the biggest phantom tax on the environment, on your education, and your rights. Big L posting it online, buddy. Democrats understood the assignment, but go off.
Like, these motherfuckers, they know it's cringe, and they know it's going to trend because it's cringe, and they're trying to, like, lean into the meme. And part of it, too, to me, seems to be the controlled demolition of the Democratic Party. I mean, I've seen plenty of people making videos talking about, you know, the Democrat, like, approval rating the lowest it's been. It's just not cool. There's nothing cool about, like, the Democratic Party anymore. It's like all old crazy cat ladies. Like, that Elon Musk protest that I went to showed you the demographics. It's these people that we see here on these that I'm going to show tonight, with the exception of one person, and I'll point them out.
See how I keep you informed? Very cutesy, very demure. Yo, this is the Ranking Rizzler on appropriations.
Yo, I'm the Ranking Rizzler. We gotta be bad on purpose, bro. Now, this goes along with, I don't know if any of you guys watch Truth Stream Media. They had a really good one the other day. Let me see if I can find the compilation of, it was congressmen. So we're talking about the House tonight, but see if I can find. All these congressmen made basically the same video with the same words and the same. I'd have to go to that page real quick to play it, because I think this. I'm gonna go there. We're gonna deviate from my plan here. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go to Truth Stream Media. Oh, there was a brand new this is a brand new. Oh no, 9 months ago, because I was watching that Marjorie Taylor Greene. Oh, that's the same one we just watched, I think. And the Truth Stream Media video here, they're what they're saying here is they believe, well, it's mostly the woman talking, but I think the husband helps write it and everything too, is that it's become such a clown show that you're being led into, like, justification for an AI government. And I can totally see that, because when you see these TikToks and all this, what's these Jasmine Crockett's and all that, how could it get any worse? How could an AI be any worse? It would at least remove the emotion from it and everything like that. Get you to believe in the AI enough. But what happened is this is the congressmen. So we're talking about the House here, but all the congressmen made the same video of basically saying Trump's promises or whatever and calling him out on lies. Same video, word for word. Same font, everything.
When I win, I will immediately bring prices down starting on day one.
Shit that ain't true.
That ain't true.
That ain't true.
That ain't true. That ain't true.
Again, leaning into the curse words.
Ain't true. That ain't true.
That ain't true.
That ain't true.
That ain't true.
That ain't true.
That ain't true.
That ain't true.
That ain't true.
That ain't true.
That ain't true. That's what you just heard. And I put this together.
So shout out to Truth Stream Media. A lot of us here are really old heads in, like, the conspiracy games. So I'm sure a lot of you guys follow that. As far as me, the ones I really only get a lot of value from is Days of Noah and Truth Stream Media. I don't know if there's another one that I could say. And both of those names that I named, putting together a tremendous amount of work to put together these prepared videos and compilations. I wish I had the time to do something like that. So I really appreciate the well put together stuff like this.
Because I saw 3 of them. And once I saw 3 of them, I was like, I wonder if there's more. So I went to go look. Then I found 3 more. I actually found 7 of them, but I didn't want to keep smashing them into the thing. So I was like, okay, this is just going to take all day. I think 6 gets the point across. So 22 of our senators were given a script written by someone. We don't know who that is. They say the same thing and they do the same action. They say it, then they sit down.
That's what you just saw.
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 That's what you just heard.
That's what you just heard. And that's what you just heard.
Then they put up the same font about shit that ain't true. And then all throughout the edit, while they're emotionally delivering this script,
Has now empowered the richest man in the world.
This is 100% proof of what I've been talking about for years. Actor-based reality, the world's a stage. The top-level politicians, the people you see and know by name, or at least you recognize them, they're actors on a world stage. And the only thing that they're really trying to do in a long-term script is manufacture your consent for wherever they want to go. It doesn't matter really what you vote for. They're going to take you somewhere, and they got to use propaganda to get people to agree, basically to not rebel, and basically take you slowly enough, sedate you enough that you're just willing to go along with it and not rise up with the guns.
To take a chainsaw.
He's allowing Elon Musk to literally take a chainsaw.
Elon Musk take a literal chainsaw.
I added the chainsaw to my intro, and of all those crazy clips on my intro, to me, the Elon with the chainsaw is literally the craziest one to me. It just looks so fucking insane.
Literally take a chainsaw.
Elon Musk take a chainsaw.
Elon Musk, an unelected billionaire.
So I'm going to get back to my stream, but shout out to True Stream Media in this. I do appreciate this. Leads right into what I've been talking about for years and years, actor-based reality. Eventually they get to a point where who knows if they're even doing anything, right? What are they doing? They're reading a script. It's WWE. When I'm working my way up to the WWE stream, I keep teasing. Maybe I'll try to coincide it with WrestleMania. I think that's about 4 or 5 weeks away. Vince McMahon / wrestling is politics. Or politics is wrestling, excuse me. And I mean, how could you see it any other way? I just don't. After talking about it so long, it's just more and more and more pieces fall together. That has to be part of what it is. Okay, anyway, that was that Rosa DeLauro, that crazy. She's from Connecticut, the ranking Rizzler of reparations. Her again. I mean, just looking at her is enough to know she's fucking batshit crazy.
The other piece of that is the outrage of the American public. And when you think about there is the legal issue, but you have to think about what the what are the repercussions to American families. You take education. You're looking at denying people school lunches. You are taking the opportunity for a college education if you cut Pell Grants. You cut student financial aid. There are a whole range of what these services do for the American public. That's the word that has to get out. When you cut education, you cut 72,000. You cut Title I. 72,000 teachers nationwide are gone. Your kid may be in a classroom that doesn't have a teacher. Special education for developmentally challenged kids, that will be cut. What happens to those kids? But again, it's U.S. aid, it's education. They're going to go to Medicaid, and it is about the effect of what happens in the lives of American people, of middle-class families, of working families, of what is going to happen to their ability to be able to survive both economically and to be able to have a future.
What's on her chest is what I want to know. What is that like that part of the dress or something? I don't really get it. It's like
going
the Iron Man pacemaker or something, like a Black Heart Iron Man pacemaker. She's got the purple hair, purple room, purple Medal of Honor. First transgender to take a cut or what? I put a poll in the chat. Is this a man or a woman, bro? To me, I don't want to influence the vote anyway. I'll say after you guys vote. I do think the truthers that are like everyone's trans and the extreme transvestigations are pretty insane. But I mean, come on, look at this thing.
Forward. That is what they are doing. They are dismantling the federal government, which will deny the American people the services and the resources that allow them to help to raise their families, have a secure economy, and a secure future for themselves.
She said, we are the bag. We are the bag. The government is the bag. So her name's Rosa DeLauro. I just want to just look at her. She's got Trump derangement syndrome, this top story here. She's saying that this new stopgap bill is a blank check for Musk. I mean, just look at this thing, dude. It's like a fucking cartoon or something, bro. What is this? Yo. That's that war face. What is with the purple here, bro? That's her like trademark color, I guess, purple. Now, a lot of these old women that are actually women do look like this, that are like real genuine women. But to me, it just looks so manly. I don't know. Is there an Adam's apple? Let's go back here. If there is an Adam's apple, the loose skin is kind of sagging there. You can't even look at this thing, bro. That looks just like Bruce Jenner. Look at the glasses. Look at the ironwork on those glasses. Damn, bro. Okay, this is what it used to look like. Still pretty androgynous there, 2018. Now, they got to take them into extreme looks so that you remember who they are. This one here, a lot of liberal ladies look like this. If you saw this thing here and there on TV every once in a while, you may not remember this thing. You see this thing on TV right here, you're going to remember it. Purple hair, insane glasses. You're definitely going to remember it. You might not remember the name, but you're going to remember the face. And it'll be a memorable character to you. Pretty said, that's a man. Bam. Big old hands. Beat up kneecaps. Bam. I mean, just looking at this person is insane. This is reprehensible. House of Reprehensibles. Like she's tearing her shirt off here like Hulk Hogan. Look at my little smoky nipples. Look at these. It's okay. I know who this is, bro. This is Vector here from Despicable Me. That's the same actor, bro. Same actor playing Vector. I can close all these. We could have went a lot deeper on the Marjorie Taylor Greene, Jasmine Crockett feud. We're just going to keep it moving. Appreciate everyone that's here. Smash the like. Oh, I meant to start out the stream too and do an APB call out. I need an editor. Is there anyone interested in being an editor and take clips from these streams and put them on a channel? You don't even have to put them on my channel. If anyone, reach out to me, drew@chalkbodyoutline.com email. If you want to be an editor, take small clips and just keep uploading. I will even make you the thumbnails for the damn clips and send them to you. You can keep the money from the clip channel. Up to a certain point. Once it gets to a certain point, though, we'll have to work something else out. But I need clips, bro. I just don't have the time to, like, do all this stuff. All right, now we're going to move on to another one you're familiar with. Is the lovely Miss Maxine Waters. She's been a senator of California since 1991. This is where they want to start to impose term limits because of people like this. I'm gonna end the poll on this. If I asked if that was a man or a woman, 81% of you said it's a man. I'd have to agree, man. It's just too kooky, too far out there. Maxine Waters, she's 86 years old, born in 1938. That's like I think my grandma was born in like 26 or 28, and she's been dead for years, like over 20 years. Here's 4 clips of her inciting violence, harassing people, and spewing hate. So let's check it out.
Look them in the eye. Come on, hold your face.
Come on.
Look at him.
Look at
him.
him.
This is him. Look at it. What's your name? Tell us your name. Give me that ID again.
Giving you the ID. I showed it to you.
So what?
I showed you the ID.
Give me that ID, but you can't stop and frisk my constituents.
You do what?
I showed you the ID.
Could you let me see the ID again? Huh?
No.
No? Will someone else ask him for the ID? Will you ask him for it? He won't let me see it again. You didn't see it.
I haven't
You didn't
seen
see
it.
it. They didn't see it. Look them in.
They hate white people.
Wow, wow, wow.
Wow, wow, wee
Look
wow.
at this crowd. Elon Musk, where are you? Bring your ass over here
They have the worst Musk derangement syndrome, all these people.
so you can see who's here and what we're doing. We're not afraid of you. We know that you are the co-president now of the United States of America. But ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, he's like something like the shadow president or some shit.
I want you to follow very closely what he's doing and how he has done it. First of all, we're here at the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. What is it? This is...
Real quick, the chat says check out Clip Genie. I think that, let me play the rest of this. I think that might have been somebody email me. You can put your stuff in YouTube for like to get sponsorships or something. And somebody emailed me like some clip editor thing, AI thing. And it was like a trial for a free trial, but then you got to pay for it and shit. Let me see if I can pull that up while this clip finishes. I'll see if that was the one, Clip Genie.
is so important. Prior to this being organized in the Dodd-Frank reforms, consumers didn't have any place to really file complaints. They didn't have anywhere to go when the biggest banks in America was ripping them off. The student loans were being undermined. They didn't have any place to go. Why does Elon Musk want to get rid of all of this? Because he's a thief. He's a gangster.
He's a damn white man. It's Whitey.
Brings his billionaire friends along with him because they think that they can take over this country. And Trump has said, you give me enough money, you can have it.
He did kind of say that. He pardoned that one guy, the founder of Silk Road, just because a bunch of people donated a bunch of money to him. Trump is a deal maker, though. He's just doing... He's got to get something, and then he's going to give you something. Businessman. His book was called The Art of the Deal. This chick is
What
nuts.
should protesters do?
Well, we got to stay on the street, and we've got to get more active. We've got to get more confrontational. We've got to make sure that they know that we mean business. And we've got to get more active. We've got to get more confrontational. We've got to make sure that they know that we mean business.
What should
That's when she came to Minnesota for the George Floyd riots, basically. Basically, she's there, like, telling people, yo, you need to get out there, smash shit, break shit.
If you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome. If you see anybody from...
Oh, man. Lunatic, bro. These are extreme radicals. Which one was that? I think this is the one I played. Oh no, this is a different one. So she was caught funneling $1 million from her campaign money to her daughter. The guy confronted her on the street about that.
Maxine, you funneled over $1 million in campaign funds to your daughter. Is that why you're worried about Doge?
Get your ass away, young man.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch you. I'll press charges.
Oh, yeah, we'll press charges on you.
But I'm just, I feel like that's a pretty fair question. Why are you so worried about Doge?
You're pushing me.
Why are you so worried about Doge?
You're pushing me. Don't touch me.
Doge has a very high approval rating amongst the American people. So what? You don't like the will of the people? Maxine, you funneled over $1
Crazy. I looked at the one that they emailed me. It was called clap.app with a K. Clap. I don't know. If you spell it with a C, you might get something else. Clap.app with a K is some kind of AI clip generator or something like that. Ooh, got her here. Got her. Clean all these links up. I'm getting a bunch of tabs up. I gotta get that off, man.
I will go and take Trump out tonight. I will go and take Trump out tonight. I will go.
She obviously meant she was gonna take him out to dinner. Kind lady like that. I can't. No old grandma's gonna be doing something. She ain't gonna do nothing. These women think they're so tough, man. It's these old women especially. Here again, Marjorie Taylor Greene involved in a feud with Maxine Waters.
I'm headed in to file the resolution to expel Congresswoman Maxine Waters. She flew to Minnesota, crossed state lines, incited riots, causing the Minnesota National Guard to be fired upon. Thank God no one died. She also tried to threaten the jury, saying that people should stay in the streets and get more confrontational. What's more confrontational than the riots that the American people have endured over the past year? It's time to expel Maxine Waters.
Get out of the wind, bitch. I see why that lady called you butch, blonde built butch body. I see that. Forget. Immediately after the stream, I'm gonna dump everyone into the backup channel. We're gonna keep going with the young fella known as EBT. That's next. Here's Maxine dealing with her wig, man. She can't keep her hands off her wig. I mean, why would you want to do something this late into the? Wouldn't you want to? You got tons of money. Wouldn't you want to like go sit down and just retire? I say that too, but then at the same time, I guess I understand if you took you a long time to build something up, and the money just keeps pouring in. Why would you stop at that point? You're still going, and there's no reason for you to really stop, I guess. All right, here's some of Maxine Waters' hypocrisy.
I'm awfully concerned about this talk about this campaign being rigged. As a matter of fact, Donald Trump is...
She's talking on the left here about the Joe Biden election in 2020.
He's trying to set up a scenario where when he loses...
Or it might have even been Hillary in 2016 she's talking about.
He's going to be able to say that it was taken from him, that the campaign had been rigged. And, you know, it's so unpatriotic for him to do this. For African Americans who have fought so hard to strengthen our democracy, turned it over to him. And we don't know everything that Elon Musk has done with his high technology ass. We don't know what he's been accused of. By some, as it may relate to the election. But we're not going to give up in investigating and finding... Saying...
With his high technology ass. Let's see, which one was that? I don't... One more here for her.
What all they have... And we don't know what all they have on us. We don't know what all they have on us. We don't know what all they have on us.
God Gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha, bitch. Perfect clip to put right there. The Freudian slips are real, man. That's everyone's favorite. Maxine Waters. Got through Jasmine Crockett, Rosa DeLauro, Maxine Waters. In the second half here, it looks like a lot of clips, but I'll be able to blast through them real quick. I'm going to move on to the squad. I know you guys all know the squad. They've kind of expanded their roster here. So they had these 4 founders on the left here, and then they added these 2 on the right, the black lady and the black man. And they've those last 2 on the right have already didn't get reelected, so they're already gone. There's a few other new ones now that kind of associate with the squad. And that's why I say it's just like professional wrestling. In professional wrestling, you have what's called factions. The NWO, D-Generation X, the 4 Horsemen, teams that team up and try to help the other people like win titles and everything like that. It's the exact same thing. So that's the squad. Jamal Brown was the dude, and Corey Bush was that black woman that you just saw there. He lost, the Jamal Brown dude, and there's a bunch of fire alarm memes because I didn't really know it. I don't remember hearing about that one. Here's the expanded roster here. So it's AOC, Ilhan Omar, whatever her name is. She's from Minnesota, where I was from. You got Presley, the baldhead, Talib, the Bowman and Bush. They're gone now, but now they've kind of added these 3 with them. Casar, Lee, and Ramirez. I'm just blast through these guys real quick. This is the Bowman guy. Again, it's like just despicable behavior. The guy's not wearing a suit or anything. He's supposed to be representing people. I guess maybe you could say he's trying to like relate to these people. He's just wearing like a muscle shirt and just screaming like a crackhead.
Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! We're gonna show them who the fuck we are!
If you look on the bottom left corner of the it says Jews. Oh, my little logo thing's covering it. It says Jews for Jamal. right above the Freedom News on the far left, the lady in the black shirt and white hat. Jews for Jamal was there.
Bowman! Bowman!
Yeah. That's right. They just got to add the curse and everything, and they got to show you how hard they are, I guess.
Ceasefire now. Let's get it popping. The polls are open today. The polls are open tomorrow. Make sure you get out the vote. We're going to let them know how strong and powerful and mighty we are. Get big money out of politics. We are going to show AIPAC the power of the South Bronx. People ask me why I got a foul mouth. What am I supposed to do?
Because I'm black.
To do? You coming after me. I'm not supposed to fight back. We're going to show them who the we are.
Crazy behavior. Unhinged. The fire alarm thing, though, was this. Like, I wasn't really familiar with this one. You guys might have heard of this one.
Jamal Bowman, who represents...
This is that guy Bowman again still. So then he was from New York.
Jamal Bowman, who represents much of the Bronx in Westchester County, is under investigation for pulling a fire alarm before the House voted on the funding bill earlier this evening. A camera captured Bowman pulling the alarm. He says it was an accident and told reporters he was trying to get through a door thinking the alarm would open it. He later released a statement reading in part, quote, "Today I was rushing to make a vote. I came to a door that is usually open for votes, but today would not open. I'm embarrassed to admit that I activated the fire alarm, mistakenly thinking it would open the door. I regret this, sincerely apologize for any confusion this caused, but I want to be very clear, this was not me in any way trying to delay any vote.
Man, he was just trying to open that door, bro. White man just against him. That's all.
You know, fire alarm was an accident. You know, I don't know why this has gotten so much attention. I was literally just in a rush to go vote, man. That's all it was.
Are you afraid of any repercussions, either from leadership or from legally from Capitol Police?
I mean, listen, I take responsibility for what I did, you know, but like I said, I was in a rush to go vote, and, you know, investigation will sort everything else out.
Have you talked to Jeffries about it?
Oh, yeah, of course, since day one. Yes.
How was that conversation?
Well, I got to keep that between me and the leader, so I'm not going to share that publicly.
Man, he was just trying to do the right thing. He just wanted to go vote.
What they did in this situation.
There was like a criminal investigation for that, for what he did.
Oh, you know, what I did was against D.C. law. As I said from the very beginning, I was not trying to disrupt any congressional proceedings. I'm glad that the investigation yielded that. And so it's against D.C. law, and I got to take responsibility for it, which I'm here to do. And looking forward to just, you know, taking a deal, paying the fine, and in 3 months just being dismissed and continuing my work. Yeah, that's crazy. Immediately likening me to an insurrectionist and what happened on January 6th. I mean, this is what they do. They weaponize any opportunity they can. This is what they did in this situation, just so we don't focus on their own dysfunction and destruction of their own party. So this is what they do.
The white man didn't. David Polk says they sense demonizing the white game is coming to an end. I agree. I think they pushed it as far as they could, and they realized the fatigue has set in. We'll get into that in my next stream here. Next time I'm able to do a stream. Okay, so that guy's out. He was in the squad. He's out now. He's gone. And this is the other one. Is her name was Cori Bush. She's also out now, but I just wanted to kind of cover her real quick. She's anti-Israel, though. I'll give her that.
That I can't speak up and I can't stand, you know, and be true to my values, and we're talking about saving lives here. That's the thing. We're not talking about, you know, how much it's going to cost to get from point A to point B. We're talking about saving humans. And so it shouldn't be controversial, but it is. And
not American humans, though.
And actually, let me add that Jamal Bowman's race was it ended up being the most expensive race in U.S. history. Mine ended up being the second most expensive race in U.S. history. There was $15 million spent to unseat me total when you add all of the different groups together. That should not be allowed in the United States. And so what we're looking at is not only people in Gaza. We're looking at what's happening in Lebanon. We're looking at, and then look at Haiti, look at Congo, look at Sudan. You know.
So what she's insinuating there is the Jew put all that money in there to get her unseated because she's anti-Israel. Your broken clock is right twice a day, right? That was her. This was another funny clip I thought I saw of her.
We couldn't pay the big costs for security like some of my colleagues are able to do. Yeah. And so we went with what we could afford. It worked out for a while, but then we started having call-offs, people just not showing up to work, people sleeping on the job. Yeah. And so it was very hard for me to have security when it was unreliable. And so what was happening was Courtney would...
So she hired her own security and then they wouldn't show up to work. It was like an investigation over her spending.
Right now, local and federal.
$42,000 to her campaign dollars on security services in the first 9 months of 2023, including $42,000 to her husband, Courtney Merritt's.
Well, that's why she didn't win the re-election, because all her campaign money went to paying her husband for security and his friends who didn't show up to work.
An investigation by the Congressional Office of Ethics has reportedly cleared that hire, which is allowed if he is providing, quote, bona fide security services. But we wanted to check with other members of Congress from our area about whether they have security. None used campaign funds for security in the first three quarters.
None of them did.
Hawley spent about $9,000 for security,
A little bit
including
did.
to a consultant.
This other guy, Eric Schmidt, he spent $31,000 on one event for whatever that was. He claimed one event needed that much money for security. So anyway, that was Cori Bush. I got one more of her here.
I support this effort as a thoughtful contribution to the foundation of the decades of work we have done in Congress to move the needle forward. In particular, this resolution calls out our government's failure to pass H.R. 40 legislation, which I introduced this session, and a measure that has now been introduced in Congress for over 30 years, seeking the establishment of a commission to study and develop reparation proposals for African Americans. H.R. 40 is the pathway for a governmental framework that will help restore national balance and unity in terms of...
So she was out for the reparations. Reprehensible. Her and that other Bowman guy would go on 4th of July, go begging for reparations. I want to show this clip just because look at this news anchor, guys. Is this guy even real? The guy on the left, he looks so fake.
So much. Meantime, progressive lawmakers Cori Bush and Jamal Bowman spending declaration day as a freedom, equality, for economic opportunity for everyone, not just a privileged few. Patrice Onwuka is the director of the Center for Economic Opportunity at the Independent Women's Forum, and she joins me now. You know, this is such... there's so many ways I could take this conversation, but I think...
This guy looks straight up AI to me or something. This guy does not look real.
The obvious first question is, when people are talking about what ought to be done to restore the descendants of those who were brought here against their will, I think this is one of those conversations that are...
Okay, reparations. Oops, the reason I wanted to show that is because we're going to segue into this guy now. This guy's name is Greg Casar. Casar. Greg Casar. And to me, of all these people, this guy to me seems like he may have some kind of a future. As a Democrat, he seems like he's at least well-spoken. He presents himself professionally. His arguments may be a little weak, but he was out here also doing the reparations grift, staging a thirst strike. This is the guy, Greg Casar. He's the chair of the U.S. Progressives. There he is with Bernie Sanders. Runs that with Ilhan Omar. Him and her run this U.S. Progressives. This is him here. Hold on.
Hey, y'all. It's Congressman Greg Casar. And I just wanted to say that if you have been at a march or a protest or a town hall or have called your member of Congress, thank you so very much. You see, Elon Musk and Donald Trump want you to feel powerless. But if there's one message I have for you, it's that we are not powerless. Look, elected officials of conscience and Democrats need to stand up and fight back. Our courage can inspire more courage.
They need to get off the Musk is not elected official. That's a really weak argument. They could formulate a better argument, I think, and get more sympathy from the people. They got to really get off that one. That's our boy here, Greg Casar. But he's a huge Musk derangement syndrome dude. Every video of this guy I looked up, it's him talking about
Elon
Musk.
Musk crashes and breaks everything he buys.
But Musk.
He thinks he can buy our government. We cannot allow him to crash and break our air traffic control system. Look at what happened when he bought Twitter. It just started crashing. Again, not a big deal if your app
Pretty sure Twitter is pretty successful.
doesn't open one day. It is a really big deal if Americans don't know whether or not their air safety is protected. So this is...
But Musk. At least this guy is kind of young. He has a made-for-TV face. He's not like an aging old cat lady drinking wine every night. And I think the Democrats are looking for more masculine. I think they realize running two women against Trump didn't work. They're going to have to go with more men, I think. You saw Gavin Newsom, Gruesome Newsom, came out recently and talked about he's actually against transgender men in women's sports. So you're gonna see a lot of this roll back. I think they realized they went too extreme and too feminine. They need men. So they got this guy. Newsom's gonna change some of his positions. And I showed on the last stream Chris Kluwe, the former kicker for the Minnesota Vikings. He went and staged an arrest so that he could get himself. You'll probably see him get involved as a Democrat politician as they look for more male and masculine people to get out and try to get some young male votes. Here he is again.
Day, Mr. Musk will receive from the federal government for his contracts.
No.
The answer is $8 million a day. Just last year, Elon Musk was promised $3 billion from close to 100 contracts with the federal government. Ms. Royal, do you know how much the average person in this country who survives on Social Security, one of our seniors who's worked their entire life, about how much they have to survive on a day?
I do not.
$65 a day. We're not looking into Elon Musk's $8 million a day. This subcommittee, chaired by Marjorie Taylor Greene and the House Republicans, is looking into...
But Marjorie Taylor Greene, though, that's the next... I'm going to predict that one. That's the next arrangement syndrome. Just seeing this on all these people. They hate her.
Your grandmother's $65.
This is a better argument to me to say, hey, this guy's getting government subsidies to the tune of $8 million a day, and then they're trying to look into your grandmother getting $65 a day. What's up here? That's a much better argument. I think that will resonate with people more than just saying, oh, he's unelected. He's unelected. Do Fauci next.
A day. When Republicans talk about government efficiency in this Congress, they're not looking into billionaires who don't pay their taxes. They're not looking into billionaires who get rich off of government contracts. They're not looking into Elon Musk firing watchdogs who are supposed to keep him accountable. They're looking at cutting your public schools. They're going straight for your Social Security. They're coming straight for cancer research. They're coming straight for the Department of Education. They're not looking at big tech. They're not looking at big pharma because those people fund their campaigns. If this committee were serious about rooting out waste from our federal government, then today's whole hearing would be about how Musk and Donald Trump are firing the independent watchdogs who've done this work for decades.
Yeah, like he's a little fiery dude. I can listen to that guy at least. These women are like insufferable to even listen to. Oops.
This is a national emergency. In the aftermath of the election, many Democrats needed time to soul search, to grieve, to think, but that time has ended. And that time ended when Elon Musk took control of our country's financial nuclear codes. It's time for all of us to get off the mat and get back in the ring. We're going to fight smarter. We are going to fight harder. And CPC is going to lead that charge.
But Musk. Why does it do that? It starts muted.
This will not be a subcommittee dedicated to making government efficient for everyday people. It's about helping Elon Musk and Donald Trump be as efficient as possible in robbing our government and handing out our government services to the rich. So this seems that this subcommittee is just
the gentleman's
like
time
the agency
is expired. The gentleman's time is expired.
A total sham.
The American people are $36 trillion in debt. It certainly seems reasonable that someone has been fired. I now recognize.
That's Marjorie Taylor Greene clapping back at him too. She gets into it. She's like the foil to all these guys here. It seems like. All right, that was him, Greg Casar. He's somewhat aligned with that squad. Another one here we have, just a couple links real quick, is Summer Lee, and she is out of, where is she from? Pennsylvania.
Hypotheticals. It is under attack right now, right here with this very bill. Republicans want to throw up barriers because when people vote, they lose. Let me be clear. They don't want you to vote. They don't want to hear black voices, brown voices, LGBTQIA voices, young voices. Our fundamental access to our democracy is being politicized. And this xenophobic attack that we're debating today will make it harder for Americans to vote. My Republican colleagues will claim that requiring IDs is a small ask, but nearly 30 million people lack a valid driver's license, and about 15 to 18 million adults don't have access to documents proving their birth or citizenship. Americans don't need more obstacles. It's already hard enough. That's
xenophobic to get voter registration. They do it in India, the 1 billion people. I looked this lady up some more. There was articles on transgender people that were real mad that, like I talked about, Newsom and other Democrats are walking back their support for transgenders and transgender kids and all that. But they said this is like the only one that stuck with them. That she said she's not gonna allow marginalized people to be thrown to the wolves. She's like extreme far progressive. These other guys are thinking about their future, at least. She's just sticking to her guns.
Our government, no matter who is in power, has an obligation to right these wrongs, to provide reparations for descendants of enslaved Africans, to eliminate the racial wealth gap, to uplift the Black community. White supremacy is rampant in this country. Just look at the current administration and our own legislative body. They have contributed to the social and economic harms, to racial terror Black folks have experienced in this country. Now, more than ever, we must acknowledge and repair those harms.
By sending them money. I don't know how you'd ever prove someone's a descendant from an enslaved person. They're gonna try to figure out a way, and they want you to pay. And by you, I mean white man. Damn, it's thunder in here, loud as hell. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
Ranking Member Lee,
And then this is the lady. This was, I think she's a swimmer. Riley Gaines fires back at Dem, who wanted, swimmers' transphobic remarks stricken from the record.
Ranking Member Lee, if my testimony makes me transphobic, then I believe your opening monologue makes you a misogynist. Thank you.
I move to have the gentlewoman's words taken down. Madam Chair, she's engaging in personalities.
Can I just ask how it's fair to be called transphobic?
There's a
thing.
I would say men disguising themselves as women are engaging in personalities.
order. Yeah. Hang on. Order.
Got her.
Let's get a ruling. The chair.
Oh, AOC was pissed. Did you see her? Look at her there. Look at that face. She's pissed.
Okay, I move to withdraw the point of order.
That's Summer Lee, another radical, extreme radical leftist. Won't back down from Pennsylvania. She won't back down even for her support for transgender rights, even as everyone else seems to be walking it back. These are the few other that are associated with the squad. Delia Ramirez. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Delia Ramirez.
To do, and we have a lot to investigate, because the reality is that this administration, which by the way has been in power for 24 days, but I promise you I have at least 20 more gray hairs in this last 24 days. It has felt like a year of pain.
Yes. She's wearing the purple also, just like the Rizzler reparations. This lady here, it says her spouse was undocumented when she entered Congress. Trump's mass deportation plans are personal. So after years and years, the guy got first ever Latina elected to Congress from Illinois. She's the wife of an undocumented immigrant. Her husband was recently granted permanent residency after years of uncertainty. He's not going to be deported as of yet, but that's her crusade against Trump. Oh, this is her here. She had the sign. One of those people that had the signs at the Trump's little congressional speech. And she says, Musk steals. What is he stealing? Damn, that thunder is loud. I don't know if you guys hear that. Kid's about to wake up. This is her right here, wearing the purple dress again, in purple. She built she built like a Mrs. Butterworth jar. They're bringing back Mrs. Buttersworth as the new spokes. Put her in blackface. She can be Mrs. Butterworth. That was her. I'm just blasting through the last of these, and then now we got the last four is the founding members of the squad, the 4 horsewomen. Rashida Tlaib. I don't know if I say that right. Rashida Tlaib. This is her when she first got in, when Trump was in his first election, during Trump's first presidency.
Looks at you and says, "Mama, look, you won. Bullies don't win." And I said, "Baby, they don't, because we're gonna go in there. We're gonna impeach the motherfucker."
Oh shit! Oh, she swore, dude. Oh shit! She's just like me.
Because we first met a while ago. You were on my podcast. You were in your primary. And you said back then that your commitment was to push for impeachment. Back then. Where does that stand now? Is it possible for us?
We're going to impeach the MFR, don't worry. So let me tell you.
Oh, honey, let me tell you, honey. We're going to impeach Orange Man bad. Shit. Yo, David Balk's in here. He said, yo, she's probably a great role in the hay. Hey, crazy in the hay, crazy in the bed, right? Guess I see where you're coming from here. Oh, we got this one here. First Palestinian American woman to be sworn into Congress, and she did so on the Quran and dressed in traditional Palestinian robe. That's on the Quran right there. Crazy. She's the one that went with the whiteboard to the Trump Congress speech. They were making a big stink because she wrote, "Start paying your taxes to Trump," while she has her own like tax issues. She got caught not paying taxes, and she had to pay back a bunch of back taxes, and including some more to charity because of what she did. But I mean, I think this is the real slow boy whiteboard right here. I think they have to tell you that slow boy whiteboard right there. Keeping tabs on us out here, us Nazis out here, us MAGA chuds. Here she is getting thrown out of the Housing and Urban Development building. It's not just these people here that I'm showing you, but their behavior of the country nationwide. The behavior of people is this bad. There's no shame anymore. People just act like this in public. They dress however they want. There's no standards anymore. It's sick. Here she is again, getting thrown out of a Trump speech.
You guys are crazy!
You're an animal! Get a job!
He said, "You're an animal." Put on a sports bra, lady. Look at David Polk's liking this one here, I think. Oh, I fucked it up now.
You guys are crazy!
You're an animal! Get a job!
That's a classic politician tactic to get thrown out, to just seem like get the victim points with the people, gain some sympathy, and to show that the system you're up against is against you and everything. And so she's from Palestine, and it goes right here with where I'm from. Ilhan Omar should be 23 times she's arrested pulling stunts like that and everything. Daughter of a Somali terrorist, so there's a huge Somalian population in Minneapolis. That's how she gets elected in. Committed marriage and immigration fraud. We'll get into that in a minute. ISIS and Al-Qaeda sympathizer. There's a large ISIS presence in Minnesota, recognized and confirmed. They've been caught them working at the MSP, Minneapolis International Airport. When I lived there, I can tell you firsthand that these people, the Somalians, are huge trucking. They're huge into the Swift trucking. They all drive the trucks. And when you go to like Mall of America, for example, it's filled with Somalians, and the airport, all working there as Somalians and stuff like that. So make that what you will. Here she is again.
Particularly would say that the rise in Islamophobia is a result not of hate, but of fear, a legitimate fear, they say, of quote-unquote jihadist terrorism, whether it's Fort Hood or San Bernardino or the recent truck attack in New York. What do you say to them?
I would say our country should be more fearful of white men across our country, because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country. We should be profiling.
Come on, who are you going to fear? You're going to fear this thing right here, or you're going to fear Assman Gold? Both of them come up to you on the street. Who are you going to cross the street for? I agree. I'd cross the street from Assman Gold and be in front of instead of this one.
And creating policies to fight the radicalization.
So you need to be scared of the white man, she said. Here she's calling Americans stupid.
These people are just idiots. I really, I'm at the point where it's become really hard to have an intellectual debate with any of these people, because the level of stupidity that they are displaying every single day is frankly embarrassing, not just in Congress, but as Americans. And the fact that these people are allowed to say just the most ridiculous things tells you that the dumbing of the United States has arrived, because how else do we get a Trump presidency again?
Damn. She says you're stupid, but she's from Somalia. Joke's on you, bitch. Look up the IQ, the average IQ of Somalia. Is that this one? Hold on, I think that's the one I just played. That's the one I just played. Here we go again now. Marjorie Taylor Greene involved with all these people.
Follows.
Recognized.
Censuring Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota.
Damn.
Whereas elected members of Congress take an oath to bear true faith and allegiance to the United States without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. Whereas Representative Ilhan Omar took an oath of allegiance to the United States upon becoming a citizen, declaring, "I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state, or sovereignty, of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen." Whereas on January 27, 2024, Representative Omar gave remarks at an event in Minneapolis in which she made treasonous statements. Whereas Representative Omar said she has spoken to many Somalians who asked her to intercede for the Somali government by pressuring the United States government into certain actions. Whereas Representative Omar assured the Somalians she spoke to, the U.S. government will only do what Somalians in the U.S. tell them to do. They will do what we want and nothing else. They must follow our orders, and that is how we will safeguard the interest of Somalia. Whereas Representative Omar continued, "For as long as I am in U.S. Congress, Somalia will never be in danger. Its waters will not be stolen by Ethiopia or others. Sleep in comfort knowing I am here to protect the interest of Somalia from inside the U.S. system." Whereas George Washington warned in his farewell address of 1796 to guard against the impostures of pretended patriotism, and further declared citizens by birth or choice of a common country, that country has a right to concentrate your affections. The name of American, which belongs to you in your national capacity, must always exalt the just pride of patriotism more than any appellation derived from local discriminations. Whereas these statements...
What woman? Yo, shut up. I see EBT already started the restream. Damn, bro, couldn't even wait for me. I wait hours and hours and hours for this guy on some nights. This bro couldn't even wait for me to finish my stream after I put all my links together like a real boy streamer. Damn, bro. Hey, I bet if Donut asked you, I bet you would have waited for Donut. ET. I'm almost there. I'm getting there. So that was now I'm out of order. Hold on. Same one. Oh no, here she is again.
For air traffic controllers
Talking about
also,
Elon.
again, it just shows how much he doesn't know. I know people talk about him as a genius, but to me, I think he's probably one of the dumbest, luckiest people to exist on this earth.
Elon Musk is one of the dumbest people. That may be true, but let's go to. We go to IQ by country. It's in alphabetical order. Oh no, it's in numerical order. Well, let's just type Somalia. I'm not good at looking at infographics. I know it's pretty low. Where is it? It's so low that look at, they gotta bury it on here. 68. Somalia's average IQ score is 68, bro. Anything below 70 considered an intellectual disability. So this woman from Somalia says Elon Musk. Not that I'm some Elon Glazer, but she's claiming Elon Musk is the dumbest man in the world.
We do what we have done in his previous term. This is, why we were warning people. We knew what he's capable of. We resist. We work with our attorney generals in states. We work with our governors. We work with our mayors. We have to do everything that we can. In Minnesota, there are so many counties where the county does not have a relationship with ICE, where they are not, identifying folks through that system. So we have to find ways to implement programs and carry out protections and boost advocacy and fight like we've never fought before to make sure our communities remain safe.
Why is the news anchor's hair blown in the wind? Do they have a fan, or are they really like on a rooftop? Yeah, Minnesota's like a third world disaster. It's like worse than California, or at least right up there with California. I think it's hard for people to understand that unless you live there. So she said basically Minnesota is going to be a sanctuary city and not be deporting these people. And my prediction was that when it's warmer, because it's too cold to have any protests in Minnesota, and since it's all a theater, that when it's warmer, you will see Trump begin to deport Somalians. And that's when the shit's going to hit the fan, is in Minnesota. The George Floyd rioters and everything will be out there trying to protect the Somalians, and Ilhan Omar will be whipping them up into a frenzy. Maybe she will even be pressed up on charges and stuff, but that was my prediction a few streams ago, and we'll see if that comes true. The reason they can't do it now is because it's too cold in Minnesota, and you need people to hit the streets to get the civil unrest. And ain't no one going outside. It's cold as fuck and all that snow.
I took a terrorism. When I was in college, I took a terrorism class. And
is that a such thing?
Yeah, there was.
So you go out, there is a lab for that?
I took a terrorism class. Vote for me. I took a terrorism class.
There was a class?
I got the Pac-Man ghost sheet on my head. Vote for me.
But you
do you go to lab?
No.
Go out of field?
This bitch looks like a baklava here.
We learned the ideology of
I'm glad you do that.
Al-Qaeda, hospital.
He's an expert.
I remember when I was in college, I took a terrorism class.
Terrorism class? Get the fuck out of here, bitch. Crazy. Okay, now let's get into the brother. Now they say she married her brother. Hold on. That one's not coming up, is it? Let's see. Okay, here it is. I went to Snopes and see, is this true? What's the mainstream narrative when people want to look up, is this true that she married her brother? And the reason was so that he could get a green card or whatever, like immigration fraud. Is it true? Snopes says no, it's unfounded. It's she's a frequent subject of unfounded rumors targeting her family. The rumor about her surfaced during a 2016 campaign. It says the claim first appeared in 2016 as an anonymous, since deleted post on Somali Spot. Now that's where I hunted down that queer Bach Precision and got all his incriminating posts. He posts there. He's a lolcow even there, but Somali Spot. Now again, these are all 68 IQ people, so take it with a grain of salt. It says an online forum that's geared towards Somali community. Despite being unverified, the post was picked up by Powerline, a blog that features commentary on news from conservative perspective. Hold on, I didn't read this before when I read it. It says a reader wrote to us and said the Somali website Somali Spot posted information suggesting Omar's involvement in marriage and immigration fraud. Okay, anyway, the long story short here is they say it's not true. She married a guy like in 2002 or something. And then they claim she married her brother in 2009 to assist his entry into the United States. Her brother was a British citizen. As soon as I married him, the post continued, he started university at her alma mater, North Dakota State University, where he graduated in 2012. Then he moved to Minneapolis, lived in public housing, was evicted, and then went back to the UK. She says she applied for the marriage license with her current spouse, Ahmed Hirisi, when she was 19 years old in 2002. The couple never completed the application process for civil marriage. Instead, Omar maintained she and Hirsi were married in the Muslim faith tradition. In 2008, Omar and Hirsi reached an impasse in their relationship and separated again. In 2009, Omar engaged in a civil matter with Ahmed Nur Said Almi, a British citizen, but they separated in 2011 without obtaining a legal divorce, and he returned to England. In 2017, she formally filed for divorce, petition for divorce from Elmi, whose last known location, according to Omar's statements, as recorded in Minnesota court records, was in London as of 2011. As of 2017, Omar reconciled with Hirsi, her first husband, and they officially wed in 2018. So Omar and Hirsi have 3 children together, born during their initial relationship, and the third born in 2012. So you'll hear a lot of people online say she married her brother and even had kids with her brother. If the second guy is the brother, there's no kids involved there. That's supposedly the third kid is from the original husband. So they basically say it's not true. She says she fled the Somalian Civil War in 1991, lived 4 years in a refugee camp in Kenya before immigrating to the U.S. in 1995. Her mother died when she was 2, so her siblings were raised by her father and grandfather. So my thing with that is, if she did marry the brother for like immigration fraud, well, why did he flee to the UK? Unless like the feds were hot on him or something, and then he had to go, right? That's certainly a possibility. But wouldn't he just stay here? I don't know. But when you look into it deeper, this was something Tucker was big on here. Tucker was big on this. Is from 3 years ago, that the FBI had new evidence about her marriage to her brother.
So it's been known for quite a while that Ilhan Omar apparently married her own brother to help him gain entry illegally into the country. That's a violation of immigration law. That actually happened, it turns out. And now we're learning the FBI had evidence to confirm it, but didn't do anything about it. Randa Devine is an actual journalist. She works at the New York Post, where she writes a column. She joins us.
Somebody call Cash Patel.
To explain what exactly happened. Randa, thanks so much for coming on.
Pleasure, Tucker. Well, some basically Republican operatives up in Minnesota decided to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on private investigators to really find out if Ilhan Omar was a genetic match, the DNA match, to the man who was her second husband. They went to 3 continents. They found a cigarette butt and a drinking straw, which they decided, they sent it to a DNA laboratory and found conclusively that the DNA matched, that the second husband was a sibling, according to this DNA sample. So the very day that they were going to unleash this on the world, and in fact I was interviewing one of the people involved, the FBI swooped on the gentleman, Anton Lazaro, from this Republican PAC up in Minnesota, and arrested him on some different charges. Who knows whether, he's guilty or not guilty. I mean, he's not guilty until proven, but he's in jail. And so his story never got to see the light of day. I mean, luckily he'd told the FBI they were...
Have like somebody hiding in the bushes, like spying on her smoking a cigarette. She's smoking a Newport, it's a Newport.
Not interested. They told him the statute of limitations had run out. We managed to see the website before he took it down, before he was arrested, and managed to report the story such as it was.
Damn, she's there with some white dude.
I wonder, just kind of spitballing here, what will be more shocking to her fellow liberals? The fact that Ilhan Omar had an incestuous marriage to her own brother, or that she smoked cigarettes? Which will they be more stunned by?
Damn, got
Definitely
it.
the latter. And they've got photographs of her smoking this.
Yeah, they don't care about it. They don't care about anything, bro. Anything's on the table. There's no values. There's no morality. Just do whatever you want.
So I don't think that's at all in doubt.
Yeah, incest is just a kind of alternate lifestyle, but smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, especially in Minnesota, dude. Smoking's like you don't see it. I think there's patios at bars. That might be the only place you see it. Here in Florida, there's a lot more smokers.
It's immoral. So just to be totally clear, she did marry her brother. We know that. Not only repulsive, but illegal. It's fraud. She's not been indicted. She's not going to be indicted. That's totally cool now.
Well, the FBI was told by one of these associates of these people that found the information and was just told no, that they've just decided the statute of limitations has run out on marriage fraud, even though there's no statute of limitations on immigration fraud.
Well, there you have it. So decide if you want to believe Snopes or Tucker, and maybe this will be the catalyst when Kash Patel gets all this sorted out by the summertime to drag her into it, and the Somalians and the actual ISIS members that are there in Minneapolis, and that's going to be pop off to something big this summer is my prediction. Timeline's pretty good there. All right, we got 2 more left, and then I'm joining you on the Get Chalked Up channel. EBT added it to his channel too, but make sure I'm going to dump everyone into Get Chalked Up because we got the super chats there. You guys can keep them flying. The last one we got here, two more, sorry. Second to last one. We'll save AOC for last, Davy's favorite, in memory of Davy. Last one, Ayanna Presley. That's this lady, you seen her. The bald-headed lady, you seen her.
Look, let me tell you something. I'll take a bit of umbrage here. I'll speak on behalf of my colleagues. I think I can say we are all willing to work with anyone who's serious about doing the work of censoring the American people and advancing progress. But they are not serious. Look, let me...
how can you take this serious? So she's from Massachusetts, but just the style of dress. She's dressed in the Klaus Schwab Emperor Palpatine or whatever. Darth Vader here. She's just missing the little jewel shit on her chest that Darth Vader had. Freudian slip. These are the whole reason I'm doing this stream is to drive home the point that these people are actors and these people are going to be taken down somehow, some way. And then they'll cry that they're victims of political lawfare and stuff like that. How could this be taken seriously? It's like a villain from Austin Powers or something. Like not even like a real movie villain, like a comedic villain from a movie.
Sexual violence.
Go.
Sexual violence.
Go.
I will enter into the record. This is my right. Thank you.
No.
She do got a smooth dome though. I'll give her that.
It is Mr. Subramaniam.
Mr. Chair.
Yo, you know the process of unanimous consent. You are not recognized.
I have several articles to enter into the record.
Mr. Subramaniam, if you don't go, we're going to...
Rebellious woman, reprehensible behavior. Now, the reason I have this one here... Oh, no, this is the next one, I think. Is.
To go, hey! Ho, ho! Elon Musk has got to go, hey! Ho, ho! Elon Musk has got to go, hey!
Yo, did that dude have a Hitler stash? The dude holding up the camera? I can't tell if that's just a shadow. It looks like he has the little Hitler stash. Is he saying Elon is Hitler and a Nazi? Or might just be a shadow. All right, I'm almost there, EBT. The reason I got this guy up, this is Estonia MP. This was going around today. He demanded Russia comply. But look at his haircut. So the same reason she has the bald head and the same reason that lady with the purple hair wore the crazy glasses, the same reason that Dan Crenshaw dude wears the eye patch and all this stuff is they got to give these guys some kind of visual hook for you to remember who they are. Hey, I was watching TV today. Hold on, let me pull this up. Okay, I was watching TV. You go to work, you say, I was watching TV. I saw that loudmouth black woman. She was protesting. They're going to say, which one? Who? Oh, the bald one. Oh, okay. Yeah, the bald one. What's her name? I don't know. It's the bald one, though. That's what the whole, like, bizarre appearance shit is about with these people. It's a wrestling technique. I don't know the word for it, but it's definitely straight out of wrestling. Okay, and then another thing that started me to do this whole stream was this. I know you guys already saw it, but got to bring it up. The choose your fighter cringe. They're leaning into the cringe. I mean, I was going to go into all these people and find all their stuff. There's just not enough hours in the day. I might do a whole second one of this in Dems, and I want to do another one of the Republicans. So the purpose of this is to be cringe and for it to get passed around as a viral meme. Cringe is the new fringe, right, EBT?
Back in 2016.
So AOC here, you could spend an entire hour at least on AOC. This was the first one I found of her. This was a video about her casting call. When I say it's actor-based reality, and these people are actors, they literally put out a casting call, just like a movie, and they found this lady, and they put money behind her and gave her a push, just like wrestling. This version of this video here has the person's text on the screen, so don't focus too much on that and just worry about just the actual video itself.
We put out a call for nominations, trying to capture the diversity of background, of experience of the American electorate, the people that aren't currently represented in office. We got over 10,000 nominations. Out of those 10,000 nominations, we found Alexandria.
My brother told me that he had sent my nomination in the summer, but I was like literally working out of a restaurant, and I was like, there's no way.
That's why you'll hear people say she was a bartender with no political experience. That's true. It's literally a casting call.
Profile is not what you'd think of as someone who should run for office, right?
I grew up with a really political...
See, that's why I don't like the text this guy writes. It says he means inexperienced and easily manipulated. No, it's a certain look. I think she has a certain look. She does have a type of like charisma to her, whether if you want to call it that or not, like some kind of screen presence to her. And she's got big tits.
right?
I grew
Rest in peace, Davy Crockett.
up with a really politically engaged and attuned family. We always were debating politics.
Even her hand gestures the whole time, it's like she's like emphasizing, like, look here, get hypnotized.
It's talking about things, but we were never involved in the formal structures of politics.
We saw these signs of someone who's willing.
She has a recognizable look too. She may not need that extreme shaved head or anything. She's got a very unique
to sacrifice their own future for the good of others.
I remember some of the moments that I felt really dejected about politics, the extension of the Bush tax cuts in 2010, and seeing that the same people were financing all campaigns. And I was like, what is even the difference of a Democrat and a Republican?
That was the depressing part, right?
Yeah, exactly. And so I, like a lot of working people, felt that cynicism, and I understood it very deeply. 2016 represented a re-engagement. That's when I started tuning in more to activism and really getting to the core of these issues. I remember that evening on Election Day in November. I was really disappointed and really sad, but I was not shocked.
She was at Standing Rock trying to figure out what her next steps are, just like a lot of people were. What do you do when someone like Trump wins?
And my experience at Standing Rock was so spiritually transformative. Being there in
I mean, she got one-shotted by ayahuasca. That's what that means, shit. And then they put that Mesoamerican demon inside her and they just was a puppet for them now. Easy.
such an acute moral struggle, you really saw.
Yeah, we felt the passion.
Anyway, you get the point. It's an actor.
AOC really emerged after I won my primary, and I think there were a lot of
She's got the teeth, the face. There's something very unique about her look. Little munchkin looking. She's got the little eyebrow things. I don't know what you call them.
pundits on television that were kind of like stumbling, because my name is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and when it was the news story after I won my primary was so sudden, and there were just all these folks on TV that I think were kind of like struggling to say my name, that it actually started coming from TV. AOC really emerged after I won.
See, I would think AOC is built right in. They would know. You watch NBA, one of the reasons people have a hard time, I think, connecting with the NBA today is all the people's names are like that now. They just call them like KD or just like shorten their initials like that or include their number with that. There's tons of like CP3, whatever, Chris Paul. I think it's kind of in the day and age of the computer and internet, that's a common thing to do to kind of shorten the name for text and stuff. This was her like reprehensible video, her doing basically what these people are is another thing I've forgotten to say. It was kind of my main point was they're not necessarily politicians. They may actually be politicians doing things, but they're first and foremost trying to make these people like social media stars and influencers. They're like political influencers first and foremost before serving constituents. And like I said in the First Lady, how long before they're putting their feet on the wall upside down, throwing ass? It's not going to be long, and it won't even be a shock because they've slowly eased you into it. There'll be and there won't be a vote. There'll be like a twerk off or some shit. Is it really that far-fetched from where we're at here now, from this? Shaking her tits. We need you on this rooftop. Listen, I know what's going to get you elected. We need you on this rooftop. And just shake those titties every which way. Show these people your physics. And then I know, like, the Republicans were crying about this, the fake trad moms and shit. They're like, look at this hussy. Look at this floozy. But it's more about, becoming that social media influencer. Is this the same one? Yeah, this is the same one. I got like 2 more left. Then we're going to bring it over to the other channel.
So they're hoping that squad's going to get bigger.
Yeah. Oops.
Head to head with President Trump. I was squad. Where did that come from? I asked.
asked to do an interview because we.
Now that's the one that's bald now. So like I said, you said, hey, at work, hey, I saw the loudmouth black lady. Which one? The Congress one, the House Representative? I don't know which one. Which one? This one? The bald one. Okay. See her? There's nothing here that stands out. Looks like anyone else.
Each represent first. And at the end of the interview, they said, will you all take a picture? We took the photo, and I'm not sure who said it, but just within the context of
That bitch said it was me. I'm the leader of the 4 horsewomen. Don't fucking forget it, bitch.
social media culture said, oh, let's just do a hashtag squad goals or something.
Squad goals.
It was squad goals.
Squad goals.
And then it morphed into this thing. But I've been saying in the days leading up to this moment that the reality is that anyone, to your point about it's not just about dismantling, but what we're intentional about building and fostering. Anyone who is committed to the work of building a more equitable and just world is a part of the squad.
Yeah, so they're hoping that.
So not only them and the people they bring on board later, but you are a member of the squad, liberal cat lady, because you want an equitable future. I have one last link here, and I think it's, well, maybe 2. What was this one? Oh, I did want to say this was good, and this may come up in the near future here. AOC and the Republican from Florida unlikely team up to take on credit card interest rates. So you may see her get a little win here because she's the leader of the squad. This bill may actually go through because Donald Trump ran on, we're going to limit interest rates on credit cards for a short period of time to help people get caught up. So this is actually might be set up here for her to get a win. And she's reaching across the aisle with a Republican from Florida to cap interest rates at 10% for credit cards. And so shout out to that. That's something that needs to happen. 20-30% is fucking insane. But I think that will happen because Trump already ran on that. And then that way they can give some clout to AOC as well. Since Dems are just getting buried, they can say, well, look what she helped do, even though that's what he talked about from the very beginning. And this is them, man. I'm not going to play any more of this
Congressman,
interview.
thank you. Thank you very much. Quoting the president yesterday, you all are people who hate our country with a passion. You hate Jewish people.
Yep.
And you love enemies like Al-Qaeda. You hear those statements coming from the president of the United States to describe you all, and you were all lumped together, and you think what?
Yeah, no, I think
it gets into the total wrestling breakdown where Trump's so like big and bad and unstoppable, like a Brock Lesnar character in wrestling, that you need a whole faction to take him on. Especially as a woman, as a small meek woman, and you're not even a congresswoman, you're a representative. So they had to create them and put them in a faction to give. Basically, AOC is the leader, and it's spreading her rub, her push is getting spread across these other people as well, and it gives AOC even more of a bigger rub because it seems like she's the leader of these other 3. So she gains, and the people under her also gain, like clout. Let's bring it over to the EBT channel. Actually, we're gonna bring it back to the Get Chalked Up channel because when I end this, everyone's gonna get dumped into there. Don't know what he's got for me, but I'll be glad to find out. Thank you everyone that was here. I appreciate your time. I had my links ready tonight. I'm a real boy streamer. I don't think I said or I didn't really get thrown off. I'm almost where I want to be. And when I get there, I can drop my wrestling stream, which will go hand in hand with this stream. The next stream that I'm going to do by myself will be called The Age of Aquarius, where we get into the manufactured Negro fatigue that I believe they were trying to make out here. So, I do appreciate everyone's time that was here. If you're watching later, hit the thumbs up, share it, do all that stuff. Don't forget we got super likes, and what is that what's called? The super like, when you can do a super chat later in the comments. But I appreciate everyone's time, and peace out.
make America great again.
To make America great again. Make America great again. To make America great again.
And yes, together, we will make America great again.